Look at him. He's absolutely adorable. Alright, Lanta, so today we're going to be talking about the new Epic Raid, doing a few test runs, going over the new exchange shop for the 10th anniversary, and there's also a gift on the Brave Souls game store for those that are currently playing on mobile. So I guess let's quickly talk about that. If you go to the Bleach Brave Souls game store, which you can do from the game, there is a free 25 orb present sitting there, so you might as well claim it before, I guess you have a wow, it's still the end of the year, but it's just free 25 orbs. All you have to do is log in with your ID and also server, and you get it for free. Unfortunately though, and the reason why I don't like the game store giving out free items, this is only available for those that are on mobile and also PC. If you're on console, unfortunately, you just can't get this. But other than that, with the new release of the Esnot Epic Raid, we now have access to a new familiar, and I personally love the character choice here, having Esnot. He's one of my favorite stun raiders, so now having him as a pet, it's already one of my favorites in the game, and might be my go-to familiar. And I don't really use familiars all that much. I find them sometimes a bit distracting, but I'm a big fan of this one, very similar to the Yuha one. Yuha previously was my favorite familiar. And with that, you have the entire month to now get him, and then the following month, in the month of October, we are going to have the access to the Awakened difficulty, where we then can evolve the Esnot familiar. Unfortunately for us right now, we do a few test runs. It is actually speed only day, so if you want to farm right now, you can get a bunch of Noels to join you and get extra medals if you are trying to buy some of the stuff in the exchange shop. For me, I just kind of care about clearing fast, so this is a perfect time to try out the brand new 10th anniversary Rukia, right? She has stun to kill her. It makes perfect sense. It's kind of a good coincidence we are up against an Esnot, and in this case, Rukia does have a stun to kill her, so she does absolutely crazy damage in this phase, unfortunately, despite only being a 25% medal character. She offers more medals, but she doesn't get more damage, but her damage output's so high anyway. I'm actually more inclined right now to try. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm just having more fun using Rukia than Noel in particular. But by far the best days to farm it if you are trying to buy all the items in the exchange shop is Technique, Power, and Speed Day, because that's where a bunch of Noels, Ninis, and also Macy's are going to join your lobby, where you're getting guaranteed max bonus medals. For Heart and Mind Day, you can't really get max bonus, and the bonus characters themselves aren't really anything spectacular. You still want to do those days to get the spirits to, you know, max out the Esnot familiar. But the main days you want to farm are those 3 days. Technique only, power only, speed only. Now, this might be a very hot take. I feel like, I've been saying this for a while, I feel like Epic Raids is the most fun when you actually have to learn the pattern. So what you're going to see here is the actual pattern for Esnot, which you might have not even known what it is, because when you are clearing or using a full team of 6 characters, you clear so fast that you very rarely ever get to actually learn the pattern. And that's the one thing I've never liked about Epic Raids, is when you just clear so fast, you just ignore the whole gimmicks of the actual thing. But this is kind of cool. It's nice seeing Esnot in the middle, him having all his fear attacks come out. It's cool. I like stuff like this. It's always a fun time getting a new Epic Raid. And again, I would love to see more of that, right? Especially because it does mean more familiar. So with Rukia, what you're going to see is just crazy damage output. In this case, like pretty much 3 strong attacks to take down the boss. Let's use our SA3. Rukia as a character, that's one of the more annoying attacks, by the way. Can do a lot of damage once the freeze is applied. But we can only apply freeze when the boss isn't attacking. And he attacks a lot, so you don't get that many opportunities to actually inflict the stat ailment. But with the increased stat ailment chance, we're going to use our sub bomb. SA2, look at that. So yeah, Rukia right now is an absolute beast in this Epic Raid. But to be fair, it's not that big of a thing, because again, if you are doing Noel only runs, you're likely getting a bunch of Noels, all getting that 3 times damage output. You're all going to clear super fast. But let's try that again. But one thing I do want to mention with Epic Raids, right? We did recently see, I say recently, I think it was maybe the start of this year, maybe before the end of year, but every Epic Raid now pretty much has around 70 million HP at its max. So even the Awakened difficulty isn't even going to seem like that much more difficult. The only difference is going to be the attack pattern itself, where it becomes a bit more hectic and a bit more, you know, you have to pay maybe more attention to it. But in terms of like HP-wise, it will pretty much be the exact same as the normal difficulty. So if you can clear this one fast, you're probably going to clear next one fast too. And unfortunately, we took damage, so now this actually ruined our run. But I guess we get to see a bit more of Phase 2 in terms of the attack pattern, right? Which, again, you don't really get to do most of the time. But it's also probably worth mentioning, early this week, we did get some dev comments, and they do say something that we are going to get regarding the upcoming Epic Raid update, where they state, as I try and dodge some of these, the update will add support features aiming to improve the player experience for Epic Raids, and we are also planning on adding new elements to Epic Raids without altering the current format, which I guess sounds good. I have no idea what that potentially means, but any new update will be good. I actually very much like the Epic Raid game mode. Would love to play it more. But right now, besides the exchange shop, it's just kind of me just going in, getting the items, and that's it. I don't really farm much anymore, which right now was a big thing for epic raids for a few years. Let's quickly dodge that. Okay, there we go. That's kind of a smart one, because what you'd normally do with this phase is like you flash step into the corner and then try and flash step into the middle, and they kind of catch you off guard there with attack in the middle. Here we go. I don't think I've ever seen these attacks. Is that basically the final phase? This one's similar. We've seen this before. You kind of just stand here and flash it to the other side. Okay, he's doing something. Okay. Rings of Fear. That sounds kind of cool. I like the animations for it. Let's just finish up. As not. Unfortunately, we wound up taking him out there with that one strong attack. I thought that would kill. But again, we took some damage ourselves. But yeah, this is why I like using Ruka right now in this epic raid, because you can clear super fast. So for example, right, if we instantly use our SA1, then 3. Unfortunately, not able to quite get into the extra stage or the next phase. But that's what the X stack is for. There we go. Then we use our 2. We get the weakening proc. Unfortunately, the SP boost is now worn off. Can we just stand in the middle? That's such a weird display, because it kind of looks like the middle is kind of like a bad spot, but apparently it's not. So I feel like we can clear time it fast. I do want to try and get like a very fast run with Rukia, because the final phase we get to just pretty much do that. Once you use the soul, it's pretty much done in like 2 seconds. But let's do one more final attempt just to see if we can clear super fast, potentially under like 15 seconds. So SA1 into the 3, EX into the 2 with the 1. Pretty good there. Let's just make sure we don't take any damage. There we go. Soul Bomb. And then use our 2. Look at that. 14-second clear time. 13-second clear time. Using Rukia. 70 million damage. 70 million damage is crazy. This is why right now I just prefer using Rukia over someone like, Noelle, despite it being the 3 times damage bonus. At least when it comes to speed-only days, there'll be plenty of Noelles joining me. With that said, now let's talk about the 10th anniversary exchange shop, right? Again, and this is something that is going to be getting updated every 2 weeks and lasting all the way till the end of the year. Now that we've had 1 official month, we know what to expect with this exchange shop, and that first thing is that you can pretty much buy every item, in some cases without even needing to do any and all of the challenges. We had plenty of medals last month. Hopefully that follows through with this month. But for the most part, if you do at least complete all the challenges, you pretty much can buy every important item, if not every single item. In this case, I chose not to buy these ones because I already have plenty of those, and I just dumped it all into coins, which unironically, they do give you a decent amount of coins. I think I had like 1 billion coins left over from all the medals that we did get, and I'm pretty sure I didn't do every single challenge. So with this, with the first half, we do have pretty much the same items. With the accessories, quintessence scrolls, secret links or potions, we have the new accessories, and also, of course, the 6-star tickets. The new accessories I definitely recommend getting. They're good for the new characters. They also look cool too, it being Instagram posts of Noelle, Nini, and also Macy. But you do notice I've already bought the Noelle one, because the Noelle one's actually pretty good for her, because she does like built-in Berserker. If you're missing a Technique Kamari or his power one, I guess you can buy that. But then again, you also do have the new 6-star ticket, so this one is a random premium, and then this one is a selector of a seasonal character. And in the second half of the month, it will be swapped. You get a random seasonal and a selector premium character. And for those who are wondering the best characters to pick, there's no bad or amazing pick here. It is pretty much just old seasonals character. It is pretty much just old seasonal characters, the newest one being the seasonal and now, so I guess if you are missing her, you can pick her up. Pick any character that is new. If anything, the best part about these tickets is that it does give you an opportunity to get an old character that can potentially resurrect, that isn't always available in banners, especially if you aren't a paying player buying the collector's pass, for example. So like all these resurrectable characters, you're not really going to get many opportunities to summon for them. So I would definitely recommend first and foremost just to get the resurrecting characters, because you don't really get many opportunities to pull for them. But again, there's no like bad pick, there's no amazing pick here. Anyone that you do get, especially the new ones that you don't pick, you'll get over time. The droplet farmer onwards, so the Momo, the other Momo, Rangiku, Ririka, not Ririka to be fair, you can kind of put her here. But like these 5 characters here are pretty much always in the free summons that we get a lot of the time. So, maybe you are missing them. You might want to pick them up, but I would definitely prioritize getting a resurrected character, because they give you an additional 75 spirit orbs. In the case for Kukaku, Gin, and also Soifon, they're decent links. So they have extra value, I guess. They're extra orbs and also links. And then these characters, Nelia and also Rukia, they're not old enough to resurrect. They don't really offer much. So ultimately, it comes down to what character you want to pick. As long as it's new, it's a good choice, right? If there's no one new, I guess pick a character you want to dupe out. For me, I'm pretty sure I'm going to pick up Yoruichi, because I'm pretty sure I don't have a max ended. But either way, that's pretty much the video for today. Make sure you are completing all your event orders to get access to these medals, to buy pretty much everything in the shop. You have an entire month to do the Esno epic raid. I recommend picking him up. He's a pretty cute familiar, if I must say. And if you are on PC, mobile, there is 25 spirit orbs on the game store, so recommend going ahead and once more picking that up. With that said, hope that you enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Take care and peace.